Coming to you live and uncensored. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm oh so fresh with my co-host, yet to be named.
That's me. We talk about everything from new gadgets, gizmos, politics, movies, and music.
And our very own personal stories, because you know a motherfucker has to keep it real.
Mic drop.
So it's your birthday.
It is my fucking birthday.
You said the show never...
The show never lands on my birthday. So what did you get me?
Good tidings. No,
he said, I got you a high five in this fist bump.
I was gonna make some bacon. Dude, I'm sitting there.
Dude, holy shit! I gotta stop you before you even start.
Do you want me to go? I can go make bacon.
No. Have you
I'm out of
ever?
aluminum foil.
Have you ever made brown sugar and cayenne pepper bacon?
No,
dude, it will change your fucking life, bro.
That sounds like something that came out of the Bored White People cookbook.
Whoa, is that a thing? Because if it's not, you should write that book. The Bored White People Cookbook. TM. Written by a black man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the bell. This is the Hype Podcast. I am the host with no name.
I'm DJ Also Fresh.
And we're kicking it with you every single Sunday right here on the Hype. And yes, today is my birthday, bitch.
I mean, it's with you being a white person and you've been bored at times, what other recipe would be in the Bored White People cookbook?
Dude, let me tell you. The Bored White People cookbook is a fucking lavish palace of fucking random nonsense. We're talking macaroni and cheese with ketchup. I don't know if you've heard about this. Maybe chop up some hot dogs, put it in there.
That's trailer trash. I mean, like, I think, I would think like Bored White People, if they had a cookbook, it'd be like they would put veal and kale in their macaroni and cheese, like some crazy shit.
He said they put organic veal and hemp seed in their macaroni and cheese.
And, let me get at this for a minute, because I like that you mentioned local, because I'm actually going to do a few minutes of fresh on this, but I gotta say, I hate when I'm sitting there and motherfuckers saying locally sourced. Shit, you give no fuck if I'm locally sourced. I mean, it feels like people will give more fucks about shit being local than if people are fucking employed. Hey, maybe I work at UPS and I deliver these fucking stale patties. You know what I'm saying?
No, I love like, oh yeah, all our food's locally sourced. Well, then quit shipping our jobs out of the country, bitch.
Yeah, big fucking deal. But what are your Nikes?
Right? Made by sweatshop children.
Yeah, well, what about the plastic forks?
That's so true.
Oh, have you had to use a paper straw yet?
A paper straw?
Yeah.
No. Why?
I was at a pub and they gave me a paper straw because they're trying to help the environment.
A fucking paper, dude. What's that like?
It's like the shit felt like it was unraveling halfway through my drink.
Doesn't it like absorb water or moisture or wetness, whatever you want to call it?
It's kind of like if you took the cup and made it a straw. So yeah, it has a more limited lifespan than a piece of plastic.
Yeah, like you got a time frame you got to drink this beverage.
Because McDonald's is like, they're supposed to switch over. I think they're already doing it. I think they do it in the UK already. Paper straw.
Dude, what the fuck is the deal with this? Okay, we're gonna get back to locally sourced here in a minute, but
this podcast is locally sourced.
Goddamn right. No, what the fuck is the deal with this? They're trying to use paper and save the environment and not using biodegradable hemp products. What the fuck?
Don't turn this into a weed thing.
No, dude, hemp is not weed. You can make fucking clothes, you can make water bottles, you can make a hell of a lot of shit out of hemp, and it fucking dissolves within months.
I have no idea why people don't use hemp. I don't know. And it's just a bunch of fucking potheads that always ask that. If it's so motherfucking good, then they would be using it now. I don't know. It's always some stoner dude with a beard going, hey,
hey man,
you can make rope out of hemp. I don't know. You can
make rechargeable, renewable energy out of hemp, man.
I don't care if you can make Teslas out of hemp. I mean, if it was a viable fucking option, don't you think somebody would be doing it right now, or is it illegal to grow that shit?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. I have no idea why we don't fucking do it.
I don't know. I'm not a real farmer. You know,
you are a real pothead, though. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I'm good at that. I can barely keep up with. I couldn't keep up. I can't be a farmer because I could not keep up with my fucking crops because I can barely keep up with my goddamn password for my phone. So I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. And I wasn't the only person that this happened to because I was watching. I had a geek week and I was watching Mac Break Weekly.
Okay.
Which is, you really have to be geek. And yes, you said the stoner thing. Yes, I think I was. I was definitely feeling the herb and feeling really geeky watching the shit. And he goes, "Hey," they're all talking about, "Hey, we all had to reset our passwords and shit." And I was like, "Yeah." I woke up in the morning and my phone's like, "Yeah, you need a new password." The fuck?
Just randomly?
Random as fuck. I don't know what's going on at Apple, you know, and it fucks me up because I have to. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or something, but when you have a shitload of Apple devices, it fucks everything up.
Dude, that's why I don't Apple product.
You know, Steve Jobs did not die for me to be running around between all my fucking machines. I mean, it's kind of like a conclusion to the iPhone story because, yeah, when I got my iPhone, I tried to log in. It said, "Hey, we need you to get this code that we sent to your computer." I was like, you know, my computer's 20 miles away. I mean, because Find My iPhone, I thought that shit worked. It does work. You know, actually, you know, and let me tell you real quick. That shit works too fucking good.
Why?
Way too fucking
Why
good.
is that?
So a few years back, you know, I mean, I was dating a woman and we broke up, and we were friends, and then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, I'm just kind of ghosted her. You know what I'm saying? You know,
It happens.
Yeah, it totally happens. And I'm sitting there, and while we were together for a while, so we acquired a MacBook, and the MacBook was logged in under me.
Yeah.
I'm finding that I'm doing some Find My iPhone shit, and I find out that motherfucker had moved.
Wow, Stocky McStalkerson.
I'm like, oh yeah, because it was kind of stalky because I looked. I'm like, oh, it's over at that address. Oh, I don't know what's over there. That's fine. And then I went back like a week later. It's still there, and I'm like, I think they probably moved. It's just that's as stalker as I could get with it because I am not a Papa Pinsky.
So you didn't text her and be like, "Hey, so how's that new address?"
That's all you be like. That's some losing shit. That's
Dude, I honestly don't get that shit.
Don't get what?
I've had a couple lady friends that are like, "Yeah, this guy just fucking texts me and calls me and shows up at my work all the time," and I'm like, You do realize you could just tell him to knock that shit off, right? "Oh, I totally have, but he doesn't listen." Like, no, bitch, that's called a felony. Like, you can't.
How do you let it get to all the time?
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I could see a couple times, and then there it is.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, all the time means like this is going on. Like all the time means you're just cool with it, and you need something to talk about right now.
Right.
You know, and you know what I tell her. Now I'll be rude because I think that's some stupid shit. You know what I tell that bitch? Talk about the weather, because fuck.
Because nobody likes talking about the goddamn weather. They realize you are boring as fuck.
No, hey, you just gotta switch the subject. Actually, you know what? If you need a conversational tip today, yeah, always talk about the weather. The weather is the one thing that we all have in common.
And if you want to hit us up and talk about the weather, hit us up, 503-776-0167. That is the hype line, and you can talk to Mr. Oh So Fresh or myself.
I'm challenging my listeners, my friends. Hear me now.
Rise.
No,
stand and be heard.
No, if you want one thing you can talk to anybody about, you can always talk about the fucking weather, because we're all fucking going through it. Unless you're 3 miles below the earth in a cave and ain't nobody seen the moon in a while. But yeah, you can be like, oh, you can walk over like, damn, it's raining. Motherfucker will give you 5 minutes of dialogue about the fact it's raining, even though it rains here all the fucking time.
That's very true. Speaking of weather, you had to weather a storm last night, a storm of talent and unity from a team once lost.
I have to drop a bomb. Last night I had an amazing evening, and I kept all my clothes on. So last night I reunited with the crew of a radio station I was on.
We'll call it many moons ago.
In the 2000s. I mean, shit. I'm as old as I am, motherfucker. Shit, like I was like one of the oldest there. And we just reconnected. I mean, the whole crew showed up. I mean, I guess I have to name drop. Like if you lived in Portland during this era, you might know these people. The legendary OG1. It was Big Kid Boots. It was his party. G-Off, who was currently still on air. DJ RPM was there. Freeze, who used to do afternoons.
Yeah.
Christina with the K. Hey, she was there. Filet. Yeah, Filet. That's Filet used to do on air stuff. Any rent promotions. Filet was there. Marcus the Man Whore. Sony from that was his name.
Yeah, I know.
Sony from the Playhouse was there.
Good old Sony.
Brian Griggs was there. Man, if I'm forgetting anybody, I feel really. Oh, Lobes was there.
What about my man Felix?
Felix was there.
Was he? Yeah.
It was amazing. Epic amount of talent. I feel really bad if I forgot anybody who was fucking there, but no.
Dude, I'm surprised the fucking house didn't burn down with all that hotness in one room.
It got fucking crazy, boy. He played "Tell Me When to Go," and he jumps up on his. so. And this is early. I don't think I had even been there for 45 minutes yet. I mean, motherfuckers were just starting to turn up. He plays "Tell Me Where to Go." Him and Sony jump up on his coffee table and start going hyphy.
Oh,
it was crazy. Oh, it was just amazing. It was amazing to be around such amazing people. You know, it was cool to know that I worked with those cats. Now, I mean, on a serious tip.
Now I know I wasn't part of the Jammin crew, but where the fuck was my invite? Because that would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been awesome, but no, you weren't part of the crew. And if you're not, just like at a bar, if you don't work here or you're not fucking somebody who works here, you need to go.
That's fucked up.
You never heard that before?
I am like this team's fucking Draymond Green. I hold this shit together, and you're telling me I wasn't invited?
I'm telling you weren't invited.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I didn't invite people. I was just like, dude, you're inviting who you invite, because that's the other side is you can look around and say who might not have been there and why they might or might not have been there. You know, I mean, you could be like, you know, motherfuckers got beef still or some weird shit.
I give you 8 points a game. I have the biggest teeth you've ever seen in your life, and I scream every time I get a rebound. I am the fucking energy and glue that holds your life together, sir.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. So you want to talk about the NBA?
No, I just can't. I just can't get over this little fucking drama queen Draymond Green incident this week.
I'm like, if you want to switch subjects, just fucking say it. Don't derail my happy story. I fucking triumph. I got to finish up. I walked in the house, got big cheers. Oh, so yeah.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd went fucking wild.
No autographs, please.
Man, I haven't given that many hugs. It was like a hug-a-thon.
He said it was like a hug-a-thon.
I'm glad I wore my Versace. Wore my Versace.
He said, I don't know if you guys know this, but this is Versace.
Yeah, Versace on the floor.
Yeah, no, did you hear about this fucking Warriors shit this week?
So I got two things in the NBA I got beef with today.
Just today.
Number one, Golden State wants to fall apart. And they were my team. Like I fair weather fan or whatever the fuck it is. They're very entertaining on the court.
Sure.
This shit where you got players yelling at each other, calling each other bitches on the bench. That's not okay.
Dude, you realize how many divas are on that team? Kevin Durant is the biggest one of all.
Well, see, so here's how it went down. Kevin Durant and Draymond Green are both on the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors 2 years ago after the Golden State Warriors lost in the NBA Finals after having a 3-1 lead and setting the record for regular season wins, plus having the MVP on their team. They lost to Cleveland. Yeah. I had to get that in there. So, as it goes, Kevin Durant joined the team. Oh, I should... as it goes, Kevin Durant joined the team, and then they went on to win 2 more world titles. Well, as it's coming up, Kevin Durant is going to leave the team. There's a chance he could leave the team in free agency this year. So, Draymond Green, I feel there's a little bit of tension there. So when there was a mess up on a play to end the game, they're cussing at each other. They're going on and on. Draymond Green calls him a bitch. Then they go into the locker room, and Draymond Green basically tells that motherfucker, we were winning before you got here. You might as well just go ahead and get this step in now. I mean, it is iconic. This guy who scores 8 points a game is telling a one-time NBA MVP, 2-time NBA Finals MVP that, you know what, we'll do just fine the fuck without you. Why don't you just leave now? Get the fuck on out of here, dude. Because if you ain't all in, because it's the last year of your contract, hey, fuck it, just go ahead and leave now,
dude. If I was KD, number one, eat a fucking sandwich, dude. That guy always looks like he has like fucking leprosy or something.
Ooh, Draymond Green?
No, Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah.
If I was Kevin Durant, dude, I'd have looked at that motherfucker and been like, why don't you go get some more Breathe Right strips, bitch? Have you seen how white that motherfucker's teeth are? Jesus Christ. Go to another Verizon commercial or something. Get the fuck out of my locker room, chump.
That's all you can say about Draymond Green is the size of his teeth.
No,
I'm asking you to add color to the story, and all you can talk about is the size of his teeth.
Dude, he has the biggest teeth I've ever seen.
And that has to do with what? Now, so Kevin Durant should really be offended by the size of his teeth.
No, I'm saying I would have, if I was Kevin Durant, I would have just brushed him off like, get out of my locker room, chump.
Oh, so you don't know what happened. They did brush him off. Oh, yeah, Draymond Green, who was drafted by the team and has been there for the whole rise of the fucking team.
Yeah.
They suspended his ass.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he got, I think he got fined $15,000, and then the game that he missed would have been about $120,000.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking awesome. Serves him right. I don't like that fucker anyway.
Can Kevin Durant, Draymond Green say, you know, it happened, blah, blah, blah. That's our interview. He's just like, yeah, it happened. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, they have to be nonchalant about it, of course.
Kevin Durant, they asked him, they interviewed him that same night because they lost that game. I think they're on a 3-game losing streak. Like, they suck right now. Seriously. And Kevin Durant said, don't ever ask me about that again.
Shut up.
And I quote that. I'm not paraphrasing. He goes, reporter asked him something. He goes, don't ever ask me about that again.
Dude, all right, KD. From me to you, mad respect, dude, but you're not Michael Jordan. You can't just fucking say shit like that and expect people to be like, oh, okay.
Michael Jordan would say no shit like that.
Oh, Michael Jordan would be like,
Michael Jordan would have said something slick.
No, that's what I mean.
But
like,
you know,
like, you ain't hard like Mike. You can't just like brush that shit off.
But speaking of guys who should be out the NBA, I mean, I do. I have to send a shout out to fucking Carmelo Anthony. I mean,
for what? For going to like his 12th team?
Because the epic decline of his career.
Dude, that man is like a fucking a Greg Oden that the NBA missed. That man has been a flop for like in the last 10 years, and people.
So here's the tale of Carmelo Anthony. He actually came into the league the same year as LeBron James,
right,
and Dwayne Wade, and you know he's and Chris Bosh. I mean, you know he's those dudes are winding down.
He's almost older than Kobe Bryant.
Because I think LeBron James has help. Allegedly, and say it. How old are you today?
Me, 34.
Yeah,
me and LeBron are the same age.
You think he'd still be?
He's doing slightly better than me.
I mean, you were a fit individual, but goddamn.
I mean, he's.
You still think you could play 48 minutes in the NBA?
The only difference between me and LeBron James is about 5 or 6 inches in height. I mean, other than that, we're basically the same dude.
Okay.
Yeah, and his paycheck's slightly bigger.
Basically the same dude. So Carmelo Anthony is a couple years older than you guys.
Yeah.
So he went to the Knicks. The Knicks sucked, and he decided to get traded to Oklahoma.
Right.
And last year they were supposed to have like the best team ever because Carmelo Anthony, perennial all-star,
Yeah. Mr.
give
Paul George.
give you 18 points a game, No, they sucked.
Yeah, no, he gave like -8 points a game.
And then, and the dude is about the fucking money. They wanted to get rid of him so bad. They agreed to pay the rest of the $28 million on his contract.
Jesus.
And just said, hey, why don't you go?
Why don't you go and slide out of here, partner?
They paid him $28 million just to get the fuck out.
Dude, that's a fucking high-priced hooker right there.
And then he goes to Houston.
Right.
Signs for the veterans minimum. I'm cool.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. I'll just pick up some extra change. I think the veterans minimum is like $5 million a year or something.
It's something like that. It's right around 3.5, I think.
Yeah, it's more money than I'm going to see this year.
Yeah.
And next.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple after that. I don't know. Might have a good year. This motherfucker's so bad on this team that they let him go.
Jesus.
So he basically made like $31 million while people telling him to leave.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. He just comes in, fucks shit up, and then leaves. The true party man.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, should he retire? I don't know. I mean, he seems like he has a good hustle going.
Dude,
shoot, I'd sign up for a team every year.
You're right. Yeah, no shit. No, I was just gonna say, dude, he's about probably not as old as Vince Carter, but Vince Carter's been on like one team several years in a row, and Vince Carter's still good. He can still drop some numbers on you. And
what NBA do you watch?
Dude, Vince Carter is still around. He's old as fuck.
Vince Carter, you might as well just call him Chris Pine because he stays on the fucking bench.
yeah, but he's still around and he's still putting up better numbers than Carmelo Anthony while sitting on the bench.
And then he'll dunk and everybody like, oh, the magic is back. Oh, half man, half amazing.
Are we seeing the vintage Vince Carter? Like, no, bitch, he just dunked a basketball because he can.
It's like next thing you know, it's gonna be half
man, half geriatric.
Half was not half man, half amazing, half man, half Alzheimer's.
I like that you looked around the room like you couldn't remember what the word was.
Half Alzheimer's, half dementia.
Speaking of Alzheimer's and dementia, so if you don't already know, so it's about that time to go. We're about to get the fuck out of here. This is the Hype Podcast. I am the host with no name.
I'm DJ So Fresh.
And we're kicking it with you every single Sunday right here on the Hype. Don't forget to hit us up, 503-776-0167. Leave us a message. Talk some shit. You say it. We think it. No, that's backwards. You think it, we say it, right?
Oh, that is a slogan.
Yeah, there you go. See, I was waiting for you to chime in. Shit.
Oh, I'm DJ So Fresh. I'm hanging out. Whatever.
Shout out to Fortress Property Management. Hit them up for all your property management needs. You can hit them up at fortresspropertymgmt.com or 503-752-8519. This is the Hype Podcast. We're about to be out.
Yeah.
This song's going on a little long.
No, I just didn't have anything to say during the whole thing, so it felt like you had like all the space to talk.
And get a little sneak peek into next week. We're gonna review Oso's Alexa device.
Hey, this is DJ So Fresh. This is the podcast after the podcast, and I have to say we had a good time today. Yes, we talked about sports. You should care about sports because you know what? Sports do nothing for our communities, but just suck off our fucking tax dollars. It's amazing that we give them so much time just because they got a good jump shot. Fuck it. Isn't it amazing that we pay? There's some of these men that we pay $30 million a year, but they can't even complete a sentence in a press conference. That's amazing, and. That's what's wrong with my life is that I don't have a good jump shot, because if I had a good jump shot, I could complete a sentence and I could be better than an NBA player. I'm just saying, if you haven't noticed, that's a lot of money to not have a decent hold on the English language. Just saying. This is DJ Oh So Fresh, and we out of here. Switch!
Fuck it! We'll do it live!
Because I could have a jump shot and complete a sentence. Oh, God damn it. Oh, we're too good at this.